Hey, I'm Patrick Rollins, lead instructor of SMKW Randall's Adventuring Training. When it comes to being out in the wilderness, always carry at least 3 different ways to make fire. Carry a ferrocerium rod, stormproof matches, and even a Bic lighter. That way you'll always have something to get the fire going. Always look for standing dead wood. That's wood that's dead and up off the ground. It could be a standing dead tree that hasn't fallen yet. It could be a branch that fell off a tree and got hung up in other branches. If it's laying on the ground, it's going to retain more moisture. Think about fuel sizes when you're gathering your material. Always start small. Toothpick thickness, pencil thickness, finger thickness, thumb thickness, and so on. For the fire making video, we're going to be using this ESEE 4. It's plain edge, has approximate 4-inch cutting edge. This is the new one with the new 3D scales. Full flat grind, bright orange, so if we lay it down, we'll be able to find it again. This is the Exotac Nano Spark. It's a super compact spark-based fire starter with a waterproof tinder capsule. Available at Smoky Mountain Knife Works. So it comes with 4 of these tinder tabs. This is the striker. It's basically like the wheel on a cigarette lighter without fluid, just throws sparks. You can also unscrew it and store tinder tabs in there. So I'm fluffing the tinder tab open, exposing the real fine fibers. Then you hit that with the spark and it lights up. Also available at Smoky Mountain Knife Works is the Ultimate Survival Technologies Flint Bar 7-in-1. It's a striker, tinder scraper, has a hex wrench, compass, flint, ruler, and a rescue mirror. All comes in a small package you can throw in your pack. So this flint bar has a ferrocerium rod that requires some type of sharp edge to scrape with. So even if you lose your striker, if you've got a knife, you could use the edge of the knife if you have to. Sharp rock, piece of glass, anything that's going to be able to shave the material off that it causes it to ignite. With this one, I would like to have some kind of commercial tinder with me, but if I didn't have anything, shredded up real thin, nice cedar bark should work, so we're going to give it a shot. There we go. Also available at Smoky Mountain Knife Works, one of my all-time favorites is the Swedish Light My Fire ferro rod. This was the Army model. Throws tons of sparks. Just a great all-around ferrocerium rod. Always start at the smallest and only add more material when you have plenty of the previous size burning. Remember, fire and flame and heat goes up, so don't build the fire flat. As these shavings start to catch, I'll get more and get those on it. I don't want to pile too much on too soon. One of the #1 mistakes I see teaching fire making. People will get flames and then try to dump something on it. You know, you learn about the fire triangle in school. It's got to have heat, fuel, and oxygen. And if any of those 3 are in poor qualities or insufficient quantities, you're either not going to be able to get fire to start with, or you're going to have a tough time maintaining it. Fire is one of the things that separates us from the rest of the animal kingdom. Think of all the different stuff you can do with fire. You can cook, you can purify water, signal for help, illuminate the night, and it's just a great skill to have. You may notice we didn't use rocks. We didn't put a fire ring around this. We just spread, kicked leaves down to the bare dirt. Just be real careful when you're doing that. Just make sure you've got a big enough area cleared out. A lot of it depends on what you're building the fire for, how big you plan on building it, and how long you're going to have it burning. Now that we've gone over some basic fire lighting using a couple of different methods, in future videos we're going to get into different fire lays. There's a different fire lay for just about every purpose you can think of. Before we leave this fire, we're going to make sure it's good and out. We'd separate the sticks out, pour water all over it, and when it's good and cold to the touch, then we could scatter the pieces and then restore it back to its natural state. That way we're not leaving little burnt spots all over the countryside.